Hey friends, Drex here, and I'm down on the National Mall with my friend Laeana. We have been talking back and forth via social media now for several months, and this is the first time we're getting to meet each other face to face. We are down hanging out with my man Lincoln here, and it is a gloriously beautiful day.
It really is.
And Laeana and I are going to have a conversation about social media and how one builds a presence there, because Laeana's been doing an amazing job of it on Instagram and is now building up a presence on YouTube as well. Mm-hmm. And I would love to pick her brain about it. So, Drex here from Drex Factor Poi, sharing with you the love of poi spinning and flow arts to benefit your body and brain. And today, I'm welcoming Laeana to the channel, and I hope you all do too. Before we dive in, I just want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Flow DNA, Flow Fests, Flow Toys, Juggling Calling, Pyroterra Light Toys, Spinballs, and Ultrapoi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these amazing companies and the work that they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links that I've got down in the description of this video. And a special thanks to the first non-business friend of the channel, Johnny Howard. Thanks so much for your support, Johnny. All right, so Laeana The Hoop Laedy, how long have you been in flow arts?
So I started in May 2020 during the lockdown, and yeah, that's when everything started. I started hooping first, and then after that, I started picking up other flow arts props that I did not think that I would pick up. I really thought that hooping would only be, you know, my only thing that I do, but it's definitely expanded since then. A little bit before May, so maybe like a summer or two before May 2020, I was in a hula hooping group called Hoop Wasted with Dee Dee. And so this is a friend that I had met via social media, and she said, hey, you know, welcome to my hula hooping group. It's a waist hooping group and it's for fitness. And I said, wait, people hoop as adults? So I was like, wait, because I used to love hula hooping when I was younger. So to have someone introduce that to me in adulthood, an acceptable form of fitness, and like socially acceptable, I was like, I'm so in. So that's how I kind of jump started into it. And when I was in that group, someone had posted a video of this black hooper. And that was one of the things, like, of a black hooper doing this amazing trick called the vortex, which I know now, but it was like witchcraft to me. I said, how on earth did they get it from the hips to the up in the, what? So ever since then, like, I was just like, I have to figure out how to do that. And the fact that she was black made me realize, like, it's socially acceptable in our community too. And so it was like, it was really nice to see that. And that's what really made it leap off for me. That's
such an important thing to point out too, because I think a lot of white flow artists don't really realize how important representation is in that way. That seeing, like, it's not just that it's seeing somebody who looks like you, but also it's like, this is a safe place for us too, you know? Exactly. And the funny thing about it is that that person who introduced me to flow arts, I happen to be sponsored by her now. Hey, excellent! One of the things that I've really been enjoying about seeing your presence growing online and everything is the way that you don't just approach it as like, this is the thing that I want to show off, but that you try to build a community around your content. You try to solicit people's reactions to things. You want to know their stories. Is that something that kind of came natural to you in creating your social media? I love hearing other people's stories. It's just really beautiful to me to just be able to experience what someone else has done or seen through their eyes, and just someone could learn the same trick and it could have a totally different history. Totally. So like, it's just one trick, but you know, it could be taken so many different ways and have so many different meanings. And yeah, I love learning about that. It's interesting when I do have these prompts, I do get people DMing me saying like, wow, like I really do appreciate you asking this, and it brought me back to this memory. And like, people will send me paragraphs. Sometimes they won't comment, they'll just DM me their story, and like, I've just been so, like, the amount of love and just the openness and the vulnerability is just, I appreciate it so much, because, you know, it takes time to open up. In real life, I'm reading these and like,
actually taking it all in. It's not just for social media. No, like I'm not that person. I don't care about following like the numbers. No, I care about like who I'm meeting. And like, yeah, like getting to meet you in person. Totally. Like this is what it's all about. I love this. So.
Well, and you also are already doing the thing that I wish more flow artists do, that you're also turning it into a business for yourself. You know?
Yeah.
Spoilers! This is one of Laeana's t-shirts here. How did you decide to get into apparel? And did you have specific ideas for things that, say, you wanted to wear or that you wanted to see other people wearing?
So I got into apparel because I started fiddling around with digital art and graphic design. And so the fact that I can create different things and just put forth things that I want to see that aren't there. Like there are a lot of things within flow arts that I would love on a t-shirt, and I'm just like, oh wait, but I don't have that, or like I've never seen it. And so there are a lot of things that I have yet to even like make that I cannot wait until I create. So I appreciate that. But because I have my job, things like that, it's so hard to balance everything, like social media, my actual job, like my home life, things like that. So it's not at the pace that I would love it to be yet, but I like that I'm able to just bookmark certain things in my life. Like I start something and then I know I'm going to continue it later. So that's one of my bookmarks. It's funny, Drex, because when I created this shirt, I had you in mind. It's really so funny. I was just like, this looks like a Drex shirt. Like,
it is totally a Drex shirt.
And the fact that you bought it without me even saying that, I was just like, I was like, I can't believe that right now. I also had a Halloween edition with skulls, with skeletons. So I have skeletons holding fans, skeletons with hoops, with fire props, things like that. So yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I really look forward to making more, especially for people of color, things like that. So, yeah. Well,
and that actually makes a great segue to another one of your projects, which is I think one of the most important and coolest Instagram channels that I've seen come about in the past couple of years, which is the BIPOC Flow Artistry Instagram channel, which I've discovered so many artists that I've really enjoyed through that channel. And it's really cool to know that you're one of the forces behind that. How did that get started? And where's your role in all that?
So this started back in June of 2020. Wow, this was only a month after I started Flow Arts. I just realized. But like,
you did not waste any time.
I was not wasting any time. Because of how I got into Flow Arts, I didn't see so many people and people of color in the flow community. I saw that, there wasn't really, anywhere that really highlighted people of color. And it wasn't like there were other pages that really did their part to kind of highlight all people. And it was during June 2020 is when the Black Lives Matter movement was just like in full, like there was an upcharge and a surge of Black Lives Matter during that time between May of 2020 and June of 2020. Yeah. So it just seemed like a really natural kind of time to have something like that. I was very excited that the people that I wanted to be on my team were willing to be part of it. So I'm the admin, I'm the creator. And so I have my moderators, Nicole, Black Girl Hooping.
Hell yeah, for Nicole.
Yeah. West Desert Rose, and T-Isla. I have so many things that I want to do with BIPOC Flow Artistry and just so many things I want to do for the community in terms of that. So definitely look out for that. We actually want to start doing some meetups, whether virtual or in person. We're gonna start looking into that. So anyone who is BIPOC in the flow community, so Black, Indigenous, or a person of color, please, feel free to, join our Facebook group. That's where we'll be doing all of that, and to follow our Instagram page. But we're also gonna be doing a post about this too. There was a post that someone, the term BIPOC or people of color, if people of color are people who are non-white, then people must mean white. So it's...
Oh, shit!
Yeah!
Oh!
Yeah!
Oh! Yeah. Wow, there's a lot to unpack from that.
So, like, we're gonna be posting about that soon, because there's just, that's one conversation we want to just open up to the community about. So, like, and that's what we want our space to be. We want to be able to have those kind of conversations and, like, provide certain kinds of information, but also being able to provide information at a point and then say, now it's your turn to kind of look into whatever you would need to regarding diversity, things like that. But
if you had just one message that you wanted to get across to all the people that are out watching this right now, what would you want them to know, both about you as well as what's important to you and how they can support you and other BIPOC flow artists?
I feel like what I would want people to take from my page is to enjoy the journey. I've met a lot of people who just started flow arts and they get really hard on themselves, as I did initially, to like learn a trick or to be like someone that they see on social media who's like an amazing flow artist. Like for me, one of my favorite flow artists, if not my favorite, is Eshna Cuddy at Eshna Cuddy. And so when like I saw her flow and I was like, I want to be like her. Like as soon as I saw her, and she knows this is why we're like really good friends right now. Cause like I was obsessed with her and like, yeah. And that's who, in my mind, when I saw her, I'm like, oh, that's who I want to be. But then over time, I was just like, I also want to be like me. Like, so I think it's really important to see other flow artists and appreciate what they do, but also figure out like how you want to make things your own and not, be a carbon copy of someone else, in any way, whether it's with flow arts or anything else. But, to also just have grace for yourself, like just give grace to yourself, whenever learning a trick, or just with anything in life. A lot of people are just harder on themselves in general and like you're doing the best you can. So like a lot of times we're just harder on ourselves. So I think, that's one thing I would say is just give yourself grace and enjoy the journey. Love yourself. Yay. Give yourself some love today. That's probably it. Just love yourself, show yourself some love.
Great words of wisdom. So I just want to thank Laeana for joining me. She's visiting DC and I'm so glad that we got to meet up like this. Please follow her on social media. What are your addresses?
So I'm at The Hoop Laedy on Instagram and also on TikTok. And I'm also The Hoop Laedy on YouTube as well. So I'll be uploading more videos there, any flow arts, hooping, and skate content. So
excellent. And you'll find links to all those things down in the description. Also, please go check out her shop. The t-shirts are amazing.
Thank you, Jax.
You're welcome. No, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me and talking with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jax.
Cool. Well, so for those of you watching at home, if you enjoyed this video, please keep the conversation going by leaving a like, comment, sharing, and subscribing to both help other people find this content as well as to help my channel grow. I also just want to throw out a huge thank you because this video would not be possible without the kind support of these amazing people right here. These are my Flow patrons over on Patreon, and they, along with the people listed down in the description, help to make this video and all the videos on this channel possible. If you'd like to sign up to help support me in my mission of bringing flow arts and poi spinning to the wider world and helping people connect with their brains and their bodies through flow arts, you can do so by heading on over to patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi and signing up. There you can get early access to all of my content, as well as a say in what topics I tackle in the future, plus some great extras and behind-the-scenes stuff too. So thank you in advance. I just want to give another thank you to Laeana here for joining me. You can find all of her links down in the description. In the meantime, if you'd like to check out some other videos that I have done featuring other flow artists, I'm going to leave a link to a playlist of videos that I have done highlighting other flow artists down in the description, as well as up on screen if you are watching on YouTube. please make sure to get outside and flow today, and I will see you with a new video very soon. Peace.